I'm Roger Lewis, I'm a member of Disabled People Against Cuts, DPAC. Because what the government's doing in order to push through their austerity programme is destroying the lives of tens of thousands of disabled people who weren't the cause of the austerity crisis, but who have been scapegoated and labelled as scroungers and benefit cheats. And are being thrown off benefits, many being left destitute, but the cuts are much wider than that, and it's also pushing back everything that we've won over the past 30 years. I've been involved in DPAC for the length of time it's been existing, 3 years. We set ourselves up at the Tory party conference 3 years ago, just after the government was elected, because we got an indication of the extent of the cuts that were going to be coming through, and we knew that disabled people were going to be very much targeted at this. My own campaigning goes back a lot further than that. I'm a worker, I'm involved in the trade union movement, and I represent workers, and I'm still a member of the trade union movement, and we see all of these cuts being linked. It's affected me in a bad way. I'm actually fortunate that in the line I'm working, I work with people with disabilities, and part of my work now is to try and pick up the pieces as people are being left without any services, as their frontline services are being cut, as well as people who are struggling to find their way through an increasingly difficult and discriminatory benefit system. In my own life, it's becoming more difficult. I faced harassment on the streets. I'm totally blind, but I look okay. I've had people coming up to me and calling me a scrounger and a cheat to my face. It's very disconcerting, and it leaves you feeling can leave you feeling very vulnerable. I now face the prospect of having, with 950 job cuts to go on the London Underground with station staff, of finding myself with the need to work and travel around my capital city that I may not be able to continue working as a result of those cuts, which will stop my ability to travel freely and equally around my own capital city, which is what I have at the moment, with a fantastic service that those people offer.
Living on about £69 a week, so now I'm living on about £65 a week. In such a rich country, that shouldn't be allowed.
The people united will never be evicted.
But I think we need to remember, Sean said earlier here that it's not the poor, it's not people on benefits that have created the financial crisis in this country, and that is absolutely right.
We are sure we'll make the local news at the very least. The new council tax is the equivalent of my yearly water bill. It's about £150 a year, so it's not a small amount.